Baby, dealing with somebody with mental illness. I don't wish this on nobody. Let me tell you something, y'all. Last week, I didn't know if I was coming or going. Y'all want an update on my brother? There's a light at the end of the tunnel. Here it goes. Hey y'all, so for all of you guys out there who've been praying and holding my family up in prayer and sending words of encouragement, first off, let me say thank you. Today, I got some really good news that has my family excited and has me feeling like there is a light at the end of this tunnel. So when we last left off, I had gone to the courthouse to get my brother Baker acted. Unbeknownst to me, he had already been Baker acted at the hospital, had given the people an alias and not his real name. Okay, he got released from the hospital, was with my aunt for a day and a half before he started cutting up again, and she took the Baker Act order that I had him Baker acted, taken to the mental facility. He refused to take his medicine. They called me in to sign a medical proxy form to be in charge of his medical decisions at that facility, and that's the last thing you guys heard. Believe it or not, unfortunately, up until this morning, it was really kind of the last thing that I heard too, simply because I am going through two other family situations right now in conjunction with this one, which will make three, which literally last week, in the last week and a half, left me feeling like I was about to have a nervous breakdown. I was just really overwhelmed, and I decided that I needed to do some self-care. I needed to check out of life for a little bit, and whatever the fuck was going on with these three different situations was just going to have to go on, and they was going to have to get Jesus on the main line, because I can't turn it to the fourth family situation. Okay, so during that time, I spoke to my aunt, and my aunt was like, listen, don't worry about your brother. You deal with some of these other situations that's going on in the family. I'll deal with your brother. And I said, well, where is he, auntie? And she says, well, I don't know. She says the mental institution called her and was like, okay, he's ready to be released. And she was like, he can't come here. And so the people, you know, were like, well, man, what are you going to do? And she was like, I don't know. And they called her back a couple of hours later, and they found somewhere for him to go. So I'm like, auntie, where is he at? And she was like, I don't know. The people gave me the address and the phone number. I'm going to go up there Monday. So at a minimum, I was thinking that he was at a group home or a halfway house. But I just did not have the emotional bandwidth nor the mental capacity to deal with that, because I'm handling some other situations. I get a call this morning from an attorney, and the attorney works on behalf of my brother, and there is a hearing tomorrow morning at 9:45 where I must go and attend, because I'm the one who filed the petition to have him Baker acted. And this hearing is to determine whether or not my brother will have his rights or not have his rights. And if he gets his rights revoked, who will take over his rights, me or a state guardianship agency? So I then got off the phone, because this attorney, obviously he's there to represent my brother. He could not tell me a whole lot or give me legal counsel. So I then called the state guardianship agency, and they broke a lot of things down for me. And here is basically where we're at. Tomorrow, when I get to the courthouse tomorrow at 9:45, ultimately with the supporting documents and whatnot that I have, plus the anecdote stories, my aunt, so on and so forth, the judge will more than likely side with me and the family and opt to have my brother's rights removed. And then we as the family have decided, after being advised by the professionals, that it is best for us to allow the state his rights to reside with the state guardianship program, because they have the means, capacity, wherewithal, and know-how to get him stabilized, get him disability, get him Medicaid, get him in housing. And then I was advised that after 6 to 8 months, then I can come in and ask to be the guardian's successor, meaning the second guardian, after they have already done all the heavy lifting. So this is just music to my ears. After I gave them, you know, the evidence that I have, the stories of my brother's behavior, they flat out let me know that the judge is going to side with you and opt to give his rights to the state. So we're definitely thankful for that, because it now provides us with the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, there'll be once he's with the state, there'll be documented medical history. He'll have all of his benefits. And then when I come in 6 months to a year later and take over the successor guardianship, hopefully that by that point, mentally, he would be stabilized. He'd be on the monthly shot. He'd be back in his right mind. Well, all I would have to do is just, you know, come in and ensure certain things are together. But I would be in position to talk to the physicians, talk to the insurance, talk to Medicaid, Social Security, all these different things. And then hopefully, you know, guys, with time, we would be able to indoctrinate my brother back into the mainstream. You know what I'm saying? And he just takes medications. Now, my aunt did call my brother and where he is right now. So it's not a group home. He is at actually a medical facility called La Villa 4 or something or another. I typed in the address and it came up. So it's a reputable, you know, medical agency group home situation where there are other mental people there like him. I imagine them folks are getting paid from the state, from the government, from some city fund. Not my business, not my monkeys, not my circus. And that's where he will reside, I guess, until the process finishes out. But I'm just really glad that, you know, in the next 30 days or so, not even the next 30 days, I mean, really after tomorrow, all things constant, I will be able to check this off of my ever-growing, ever-evolving list of things to do. And once we find out that the state officially has his rights and he's, you know, and that somebody is looking out for his well-being, I can rest and only have to check in until, you know, the time is right, because this has just been very taxing. And not so much because I don't have time, I got better things to do, but because all of the bureaucracy, the red tape, this department referring me to that department not knowing what they're talking about. It's just been a whole lot of this. But I can say this is one instance where, you know, the process and the legal system, it did work. You know, it's challenging at first, and it sucks that the legal system, as I've experienced in multiple situations, only works in your favor when you just down outright in the damn dumps, destitute, ain't got nowhere to go. And it's oftentimes just like, damn, you know, we could have prevented things from getting this damn far, but you know what? I'm not complaining. I am thankful. My brother is being resistant right now. My aunt told me that she called the facility to check on him, and she could hear the nurses in the background saying, you know, you need to take your medication, you need to take your medication. And he's still, you know, fighting about having to take this medicine, thinking that somebody's trying to harm him or whatever the case may be. And, you know, he's relatively upset with us. But I do know when it is all said and done, he will be thankful for what we have done. And I know that we've made the right choice. So that's what that is, y'all. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, there won't be too many other updates that I need to give y'all about this situation, and I'll be able to just give y'all a proverbial, you know, he's doing well, he's alive and healthy, we saw him, or whatever the case may be. But it really is feeling like, you know, the journey of confusion and is over, and that my diligence has paid off in terms of getting my brother some help. So thank y'all so much for just everything you've done in terms of sending positivity my way and strengthening this. It's definitely been challenging, and I will keep y'all posted.